morning and welcome to Inside Tennessee. I'm your moderator, John Becker. We are focused on the upcoming city elections. Again, we're talking about the primary in August, and you'll see us feature candidates over the next few weeks. We are focused on at-large Seat A tonight. That has 3 candidates. I should say this morning, excuse me for saying tonight. 2 of the candidates in studio. Let me introduce them to you. Darin Worsham is on the end there. Nice to have you with us.
Nice to be here.
And the incumbent who has this seat right now, Lynne Fugate. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
And I'm going to introduce our panel as well as our remote candidate. Let me introduce Cameron Brooks as well. He joins us via Zoom tonight. And Cameron, we're glad to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
All right. On the end there is Don Bosch. He's a Democrat, runs his own law firm.
Good morning, John.
Good morning. Susan Richardson Williams runs her own PR firm, and she happens to be a Republican.
Good morning, John.
And my colleague John North is with us as well.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, let's start with Cameron first. And you're remote, you're running, so you have the floor. Why are you running for this seat?
Thanks. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you all tonight, and I apologize to Lynne and Darin that I couldn't be there. I was exposed to COVID on Sunday, and I just felt it would be smart for me not to. I tested negative, but I didn't want to expose anyone. But I am running to be a voice for Knoxville's working families. I think that's desperately needed on the council. Do I need to talk about the issues that I'm running on?
Quickly, just your background, and we'll dive into some specific issues. But what background do you have that you think makes you the best candidate here?
So for over a decade, I was an organizer for the United Campus Workers at UT. We fought for better wages for the university employees. We fought against outsourcing and privatization. And when I started as an organizer with them in 2003, we had 18 members, and now they have several thousand across the state, and they're a multi-state organization now, so I'm very proud of that work. I also served 6 years on the Knox County Election Commission.
All right, Cameron, thanks very much. Mr. Worsham, we'll go to you. You're another challenger in this race. Why are you running, and what background do you have that you think makes you the best candidate?
The reason I'm running, I'm running because I think we need some just a little bit of change, a little get back to the way it used to be. I think we put our wants in front of our needs, and we need to figure out what we need instead of what we want back in the community, and the community needs to figure out what they need instead of what they want, because some of this stuff, I mean, our budget and all that, we spend money on stuff that we could probably fix, like the homeless. We could fix issues and then go to what we want, like the bridges and stuff that's been brought up.
Okay, well, we'll dive into some of those specifics. You're a small business owner, correct? That's been your background in the welding industry?
Yep, the welding industry, the trucking industry, the lawn care industry. Pretty successful at succeeding at business.
Okay, well, we'll talk more about how that applies to this race. Ms. Fugate, you have held this seat. You'd like it again. Tell us why.
I'd like to stay on council because I think it's a really exciting time for Knoxville. There's a lot of positive momentum. In the latest census, for the first time in forever, as long as I've lived in Knoxville, the city actually grew. People have discovered us. What we've been working on for 20, 30 years is happening. I'd like to be a part of that. With that success comes its challenges, and I think I have a lot of background in working with community groups, with businesses, and holding public office, and I think got a wide background to draw from for the tough challenges the city faces.
Susan, Don?
So, Darin, let me start with you because you mentioned it. You talked about the homeless problem, and that's something that is a need more than a want, and I agree. But what would you do? You seem to be a bit casual about saying we just need to fix it first and then we can go on. How do we fix it?
Well, I mean, we're going to have to sit down with organizations. You know, you got churches, you've got PF4, which is an organization that helps families out that are in need. But we got to get all these organizations together, and we have to separate the homeless people out from the ones, because you got veterans, you've got people that are just down on their luck, you've got professional homeless people, and then you've got mental illness. So if you break that down and get everybody their help,
there are a lot of folks fitting into more than one of those categories.
well, and they do, because I mean you have some veterans that have a mental illness that we have to get the VA involved, we have to get other people involved, and it's not an overnight fix.
You don't think that's happening now?
Well, if you walk down Gay Street, no.
Oh, we have a problem, but I guess I would posit that I think there's a lot of attempted coordination with those organizations. So I guess my question would be, how do you improve that coordination? What do you do as a government? I know you talked about other agencies, but as a council member, should you be elected, what do you do?
Well, I'm new at this, so I'm not 100% sure, but we have to, we got to reach out and find out what to do. And why are these people not following up on the 10 years that we've been trying to get rid of the homeless?
Let me just build on Don's question to Cameron. What would you do to improve the homeless problem in our community, Cameron?
You know, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. I would focus, I think the most important thing would be for us to encourage our legislative delegation to lobby the state government, because they have the most funds for a state-funded mental health facility. Now, that's not going to solve all of it, but I think that would go a long way to reducing the population and giving people that are in really dire straits the help they need.
Councilwoman Fugate, let's move to you. You've been attacking this problem for a long time. What can you say about the criticism not enough is being done? What do you say?
There's probably not enough being done, but it's not all the responsibility of the city of Knoxville. We do convene. We do work with nonprofit providers who are providing services, do street outreach, try to get homeless folks to the services they need. One of the biggest things for long-term success is permanent supportive housing, and I'm very proud to have voted for that, and that the city continues to develop permanent supportive housing, because a lot of folks need permanent support to stay in housing, and it's an expensive way to deliver it. But when East Tennessee, our community, lost its mental health hospital, the closest one is in Chattanooga. So we do need to work on that. And as Mr. Brooks said, the city council, yes, we need to talk to the state, but the city council and the county commission have already been doing that and are working to have a workshop on more of this to address it.
We're going to move to other issues facing the city right now with Susan and my colleague John North. We'll be back with the candidates for at-large seat A on City Council right after this.